Here are 3 hacks to help you work more productively with your virtual assistant. First thing is treat them as staff. Treat them as if they're in-house. You're gonna have meetings with them. So if you have a meeting, they need to be on Zoom. You need to have regular check-ins. If they celebrate a holiday, you need to celebrate a holiday. If you celebrate their birthdays, they are a part of your team. They're not just some person sitting out there in the middle of nowhere. Have a way for them to communicate, whether it's Google Chat, WhatsApp, any other platform you wanna use for them to be able to communicate to you. You ask them questions, they ask you questions. They're readily available. It makes it much simpler, and it makes them also the day go more productively. So you need a process map. You need a processing system of how things are supposed to be done. And that's not a checklist. So one thing people confuse is they confuse a process map with a checklist. A checklist is just you go down by one and check it off. A process map is like, here's what happens next. If this is what happens, or if this is a change or something can happen, this is where we need to do. This is a money producing activity. So we need to know, are we actually producing money? And it goes through the whole process. You'll find that some steps are, 30, 40, 50 steps long, but it gives them to them so that they know they don't have to come back to you, what do I do next? Or they don't make their own process map. And the third thing is, the biggest problem with people hiring virtual assistants is that they abdicate, they don't assign. And what I mean by abdicate is they actually say, okay, you come up with how to do this. And I actually heard this from a CEO from a company. He was telling his employees, go hire somebody and have them come back to you with the system. I'm like, that's a sure way to fire, and I can understand why that person, overpaid $10 million for a logo. Because really, that the leadership direction is what you see is where the problem comes in. If you aren't a good leader, there's training out there. You got to continue to work on yourself and improve. So if you are constantly training the virtual assistants and everybody's getting better, that's how you make it more simpler. And that's how it's a smoother process whenever you go and do something.